Yo, welcome to another episode of Life Chats.
A month later.
A month? Has it been that long? No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has.
It's the last one we did the reaction video?
Yeah, that was a month ago.
That's a long time.
I know.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
So, welcome to another episode of our riveting talk show. My name is Kevin. This is Michael, as always. Michael, I come to you with a question.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get better at phrasing things that aren't so vague and sketchy, but actually asking a real question. Thank you. So you've had relationships where you thought they've ended, and for some reason or another, they just keep creeping up again.
Every time I think I was up, they pull me back.
Literally, they do. And
yeah.
so you have experience of these people.
That's a way to put it.
You have an experience. So you've had this history with people, and I was thinking to myself recently, I've never been so pathetic to someone I used to date. Wait
on there a minute. We'll talk later. But okay. I know that's a little untrue, but go on.
So, who?
The first one.
Did I get back with her?
Oh, I thought you said pathetic to talk to them.
No, to get back.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Okay.
This is
so I've never been inclined to do that, and it's a tough question because we live in a world where online dating is everywhere. Everyone meets people on Tinder or Bumble or other websites.
People.
Some people, I'd say most people now.
I agree.
Most people our age now meet online.
I agree.
So, and the crop of guys on there, they're awful, and the women are just as shallow. So really, you're not getting a good crop of people here. So when you have something, you kind of just like latch onto it and never let it go. So it's an interesting dilemma because these people now, they have a good relationship, a good experience with someone they meet, and they just can't let it go. So, Michael, I ask you, have you ever considered getting back with one of your exes? You don't need to patronize that.
No, that was funny.
Have you ever considered getting back with one of your exes?
Have I considered? Yes. Have I done it? Yes. Do I regret it? Immensely. Oh boy, where to begin? So wait, was there a question in there?
I asked you if you got back with your exes.
Oh, yes.
And to my follow-up would be, what possessed you to do that?
Oh God. Looking back, that was a different version of me, and he was stupid. Why?
A less jaded Michael.
Yeah.
A less cynical, hating the world Michael.
Hey, I don't hate the world.
The world hates you. Well, the world hates me too. So
why? So we talked about this a few months back, actually. I don't know if this was Christina's first episode or the second one that she did.
I clearly don't watch our own stuff, so I gave you this idea. I'm like, we should talk about this. You're like, we did. I'm like, briefly. I have no other ideas, so we're going with
briefly.
Yeah.
And she made a few points, and I made a few points, but a couple of reasons would be, security. It's all, it's kind of like a blanket and stuff like that, and you already have, you see what's out there, and
it sucks.
Well, yeah, right? And until you find something that you perceive as better, you're going to go back to what you know.
It's interesting you say perceive, because it's not actually better.
Yes.
You think it is because of, like you're saying, you have a pre-existing relationship with these people.
Right.
So you're kind of relapsing into that comfort.
Right.
But you perceive it to be better when really you broke up for a reason.
Yes. And yes. And there's that. Remember in How I Met Your Mother, where it's the graduation goggles? When you're saying goodbye to something, you only remember the good things.
Yeah.
So you forget, or you put in the back of your mind.
Where are your graduation goggles for your life? I don't feel like you look back on
the relationships.
Just in general.
Oh, I got 5 good days in there.
Okay. I hope I'm in one of them.
So sometimes you think about the good stuff and you see what's out there, and literally it's like, well, I mean, I think I've made it really clear that I did the online dating thing. That was good. Been there, done that. Goodbye. So you see what's out there and you're going, well, I'll just have like this person like kind of as like my main, and I'll still be looking around and experimenting and not some people it's funny because if exes try to get back together, it's more than usually than not, they're secretly also looking to explore, because it's like, if there is something that's better that comes along, well, I've broken up this person before, just tell this person, you know what, it's not working out, and let's just cut off whatever, and you just go on to your
separate ways.
The next one. Next one. So, what was I going to say? But it's funny because if you break up, and it's funny, like talking to couples that I know that are like, oh, we've broken up once or twice, the more times you break up, the more likely you're not going to last together. Now, you can take a mini break here, not just here, not here and there, right? And you can like reevaluate stuff. But if you're constantly in a roller coaster of just breaking up, getting back together, and stuff like that, it's just not going to last. And that was something that I had heard, like, and I remember saying this a few months ago. Something I heard, but it wasn't like I was like, you always think, oh well, you're going to defy the odds.
So people don't change. So what you're telling me is people don't change.
They will. Okay, go on.
No. You go.
People will change. Well, and especially in relationships, the thing is, like, you can change for a few months here or there, but
I'm talking lifelong.
Well, yes, but we all have our default settings, right? And I don't think it's like of changing things or changing your beliefs. It's how you go about the issues, right? And at a certain point, if the same issues keep crawling back up again, you're eventually going to get tired of this change.
If the same things keep coming up.
If you keep capitulating and compromising your values and stuff that you believe that is right, eventually over time you're gonna go back to where you originally were, and then again that starts the whole cycle again.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, it happens, and there's some that like are people that break up and you're going like, what the hell? But then there are other people that break up and you're like, why would you even think about getting back together multiple times?
Yeah, like you think of it the first time, that'd be like you get it.
Oh yeah, totally.
You'd hope.
You would think so, but again, some people they're only bright when you throw a lamp at them, and I know a few people like that. So, but you feel also like there's also people that feel guilty too, but it doesn't make sense. Like if you feel guilty, and the best part is like it's just like we have such a strong bond, and I'm like, yeah, but you're secretly like seeing other guys or you're seeing other girls. So don't come to me with this strong bond BS.
Well, it's an interesting idea that you can change little things about yourself for a brief period of time, but like you're saying, we have our default settings,
and also people get back together because they're comfortable. It's like, well, it's comfortable.
But you know what? It's like the way I consider it, the way I look at it, is life is too short to waste it on people that aren't worth your time. It's taken me a long time to come to that realization, a little longer than it took for you, because, I mean, you've been saying, F you to people for like, decades. You're only 26. 27. Damn, you're old. But the thing is, people are who they are.
Right.
You cannot change. You will have to constantly work at changing things.
Right.
So if I can offer advice to anyone who's considering getting back with their boyfriends or their girlfriends, the long and the short of it, no. But really evaluate if what caused you to break up is a big deal, and if it's not, and you broke up for some other reason, then reconcile. But if there is like an insurmountable problem that is like a personality trait, and another person saying they're going to change. Just think about it.
Well, the thing is also feelings get in the way. When you're emotionally compromised, it's the worst. And as the years have gone by, you've got to think with this and not this. This will screw you over 9.5 times out of 10. So you really and you need people around you that do think with this first over this. I got one or two of those, in my corner, and it's made it's always made those hurdles easier.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get a little. I was like to the point where I'm like, you know what, no, but and you need that, and you can't lie. You can't lie to yourself either. I think we when we're emotionally compromised, we tend to lie to ourselves. So you have to go with facts, right? So they said this, they did this. Will it happen again? Probably not in the short term. Probably not. But long term, yes. Because I've never heard of couples coming back together over and over again, and it being a success and people changing 100%. To me,
no. It sounds. You know what? It's interesting. I would say that people maybe don't get back together out of comfort. But I would say they get back together because they are
safe. Feel safe.
Well, people are afraid to get hurt. People they don't want to make mistakes. That's the problem.
Right.
They want to be perfect.
Right.
So they want to fix whatever problem they had. They want to reconcile. They want to get it going again. But it's like, you know what? If people are telling you not to do something,
well, you're gonna.
Do you listen to them?
Well, that's where the emotional compromise comes in.
Yeah, and when it comes to the point of relationships, it's like if people are telling you to not get back with a certain individual, you need to consider they're not just saying that to be mean.
Yeah.
They're saying it because there's a point.
But Kevin, I love him. I love her. What do you say to that?
You perceive. It's a perception.
It's a construct.
I just, you know what? For me personally, I can never get back with an ex because there's a reason it didn't work.
Right.
There's a reason it didn't work.
What about, how about this?
Who's the host here?
Oh, I want to ask you a question. Hold on, we're running out of time here.
Who asked the host a question?
Can we just, please? We just spent 30 seconds on nothing.
We spent 12 minutes on nothing.
I'm starting to forget. What if the exes get together, but only physically and not on an emotional level? Does that backfire?
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
No matter how good it feels in the moment, it is a bad idea.
No, that's a whole problem.
Well, it was funny because a friend of mine actually just remembered something I've had a very weird week, but this week, someone, a buddy of mine messaged me, and his ex-girlfriend is now starting to see somebody, right? And she messaged him, and I'm like, been there, and he was just like, he's like, I'm having fun as a single guy, and I'm doing my thing, and I'm in university, and it's bringing a bunch of weird feelings now, and I don't know how to process this, and I'm like, oh, where have I seen this before? And so I'm like talking him through this, and I'm like, look, man. No, it was a gong show, and why is she reaching out to you now that there's another guy on the table? And I'm just like, he's like, I don't know, maybe just do something for a night, and I'm like,
it's never just a night, and you're gonna. That's a problem.
Yeah, and I can only say so much as the mentor because he is a little younger. I'm like, there's a mentor. I know. Hey man, they come to me with this. I don't. They come to me with this. I do the best I can.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to keep them on the right track.
You're trying.
But I'm trying, right? Isn't that not good advice? And so I was like, especially if there's now a dude there, and there's and she's reaching out to you. I said, just friggin' cut all contact as much as you can, as much as it hurts. And I'm like, plus you're having fun. You're doing your thing, right? And he's like, yeah, I'm doing what you told me to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there you go. So I'm like, don't. I said, it's just going to cause you a bunch of more drama and anxiety and confusion that you don't need.
It's, you know what, all I can say on the matter is, and like you're saying, it's just, especially when it comes to physical one-night stands and getting back with an ex, no matter what gets each other going, it's not gonna end well. you're
mess.
one is going to get feelings, and the other is either not going to get feelings, or they're just going to be like wasting their time.
Yeah.
And it's never going to go anywhere. It's a dead end. You're never going to grow as a person.
Right.
And I think my final point on this matter is getting back with an ex, in my opinion, stunts your growth. Because you date someone in a moment in your life, and if it doesn't work out, it's probably for a reason.
Or 900 of them.
Or 99. And a bitch ain't one. So it's...
The bitch is one.
The bitch is the main one. But getting back with an ex stunts your growth. You're not moving forward in your life. You're regressing backwards. You're stuck because you cannot let go. Because you're emotionally compromised, like you've been saying, or you're afraid to make a mistake, or you can't admit that it was a failure. Right. For whatever reason it is, the sex is good, whatever the reason is, you are not moving forward. You are stuck in a miserable time in your life, and you are never going to be happy until you do something about it.
And look, and I know I'm probably...
That's all I got to say about that!
Nice, good one. But, like, and I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I've been on both sides of the fence, right? So, but it's funny. Like, the minute you are done, you know, this starts going, and you're just like, oh my god, like, literally, like, really? So, it's they're like, you know... It's weird. It's weird. Mm-hmm. It's weird. But I had something else to say, but I forget. So that's that. That's all I got to say about that.
Did you forget?
I did. I literally forgot. What was I going to say? You'll think after we record. Yeah.
So guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode. Stay tuned for next week when we're going to be. Doing another one of these?
Maybe next week. Don't do this. Watch it be another couple of weeks now.
No, if I don't say it's going to happen next week, then it will be another 2 weeks. So,
okay.
So we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.